everybody. Welcome to my first official video back on this channel. I don't really count my update video as being officially back because that was just me rambling about how I had no idea what I was going to do with this channel. But I did mention that I wanted to do more makeup related videos, and I randomly got this idea when I was thinking of ideas for my other channel, and since it's makeup related, I can't put it there and not have it be relating to K-pop somehow. So I'm putting it here and we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting a lot. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorite and not so favorite products from e.l.f. since I've probably tried the most amount of products from e.l.f. than any other company just because it's so cheap and I can literally go anywhere and get it just about. The Walmart and the Walgreens where I live both carry a wide variety of e.l.f., which is surprising. So I've been able to expand my collection and just try a little more from them. Although I do stick with the like $1, $2, $3 stuff. I haven't really dove too deeply into anything else yet. I am only going to be talking about actual products. I don't have any like tools or brushes or anything for this video just because like I haven't tried enough of those from other places to be able to compare yet. So this is purely just products and only products that I have tried from other companies, like the same type of product. So like if I tried concealer from like Wet n Wild and I tried concealer from e.l.f., that kind of thing. I want to make a tiny disclaimer really quickly that if I talk about a product negatively that you love, then I'm really sorry, but like it's awesome that you love it and I'm sorry that I don't like it, but you know, everybody has different preferences and opinions about things, and maybe you use it a little differently than I do, and you could give me some tips on how to make it work better for me. I don't know, but it's awesome if these products work for you. They just don't work for me. Or it's awesome if it's fine if a product doesn't work for you that does work for me. You know, that's how things are. Everybody's different, and I'm not mad if you don't like a product that I love. So please don't be mad if I don't like a product that you love. I'm not doing this to be malicious or anything. In fact, I don't hate any of these products. They just aren't my favorite. I'm going to start with the products that I like first to start out on a positive note. It's bothering me so much that my grid is like totally naked. I just took all my pictures and everything off of it and it just looks so sad. The first product that I absolutely love is this setting powder, and it doesn't really have a name on it other than saying sheer on the back, but it's a loose powder that it's translucent loose powder. I don't really know what else to say about it. My previous favorite translucent powder was one from Essence that I used for quite a while, and I even bought a second one, and then I found this and wanted to try it, and I just like fell in love with it. I really don't have a lot of experience with loose powders, but this made so much of a difference for me that I had to just use it exclusively. Like I had to switch over to it. It goes on and kind of just melts into my skin and nothing really goes anywhere. I set my eyelids with it before I put eyeshadow on, and like the eyeshadow doesn't crease up. I put it under my eyes over my concealer, and I've only had problems with my concealer maybe one time, but that was probably my fault for not doing my makeup that well that day. But it's a pretty good cheap translucent loose powder if you're looking for one. Another product that I really like is the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer, and this is a brand new one that I had to repurchase because mine is like completely empty at this point because I use it every single time I get out of the shower. And I don't know what it is about it that I like in particular other than it keeps me moisturized. I was previously using a Clean and Clear moisturizer, I want to say, the Morning Burst one, and my skin I think got used to it because after a certain amount of time of using it, I actually repurchased that one. So I used it enough to use like 2 whole tubes. I was putting it on like 2 or 3 times after getting out of the shower. Like within an hour of each other, I would have to put more on. With this, sometimes I really only have to put a second layer on, and that's if I'm really careful with the first layer, like if I put a super thin first layer. But if I put on a very generous amount the first time, I don't have to reapply it. Saved my skin a lot, and I don't know how to, I don't know what to even say about it, but it's great. This next product I actually today discovered I don't necessarily need, but I thought I would talk about how much I like it anyway, and it is e.l.f.'s Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer, and this is in a packaging because I repurchased it and never opened it. Probably won't be opened anytime soon because I don't need it, but it was the best eyeshadow primer that I have tried up until I found a new way of priming my eyelids. And even though I was slightly dissatisfied with the coverage of it because it is sheer, that's the color that is marked on it. It does say sheer. You can see that right there. And I have very veiny eyelids, okay, and I need my primer to totally cover that shit, otherwise it just looks really bad. And that was my only complaint with it. Like, my eyeliner, my eyeshadow, whatever I put on top of it, it never really went anywhere. It stuck really well. I think it blended pretty well from what I can remember. So if you need just a cheap eyeshadow primer that is kind of just to throw on, maybe you want to do like a natural look, then that's a good option for you. Second to last of the products that I love is e.l.f.'s Hydrating Face Primer. I forgot what it was called for a second. I don't wear foundation a lot. I usually just wear concealer most days, so I don't wear primer all the time. But when I'm going somewhere where I want to look fancy and I wear foundation, I will put this underneath, and it usually does the job pretty well. I don't notice really any separating or smudging or anything like that. It is, I want to say, silicone based, but I haven't totally checked. So if you're using a favorite foundation that is water based, I would not use this, but it's, I mean, experimenting is always fun, so I mean, maybe try it, but it's probably not going to work all that well. The very last product that I love is this e.l.f. Made for Matte, God, I can't read, is the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette, and if I can open it without breaking a nail, that would be cool. And the colors look like this inside. You can tell it's not very well used. I don't wear it every day. I have a couple of different options that I switch between when I wear eyeshadow, but I do really like this one for when I just want to grab a palette real quick that's small, that I don't have to like fuss with, because I have a bigger palette, I have a smaller palette that has like 2 colors, and that's a good just mid-range, like I think it's 8 colors, 10 colors, and they're all matte, as the title suggests, because I'm not always in a shimmery mood, but colors I think go on pretty well, and they don't blend super great, and they're a little chalky, but for a cheap small palette I think it's definitely worth the money. Now onto some products that I am not necessarily a fan of, and the first one is a quite new product, and I'm super sad that it's a product that I didn't actually end up liking. It's the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, and this frustrates me a lot because when it came out, it was being pretty much raved about. Everybody loved it, and I wanted to try it. It looks all over the fucking place for this thing, okay? My Walmart does not carry like the newest stuff right away, so I found it in a different city's Walmart, and I was so excited, and I got the latest shade, which is Light Peach, because a lot of concealers are too yellow for me. Several times that I used it, I loved it, and I'm very picky about concealer, so the fact that I loved it was exciting for me. My previous favorite was the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but they didn't make one light enough, and it always just looked weird. Then, for some reason, it just randomly started to oxidize under my eyes, and when I say that, I mean like as I was doing my makeup. And concealer is like the second or third to last step, and by the time I was done blending it out and like doing everything, doing whatever else I had to do, it was already turning super orange, yellowish, gross muddiness, and I've had to wipe it off and use something else. And I've had to switch over to ColourPop's concealer because this just, every time I use it now, it oxidizes. And I'm not really sure if it's something I'm doing or if it's the concealer itself. I haven't changed anything about my makeup routine, so I don't really know what happened. Now, this is not necessarily a product that I don't like, it's just a product that I consider kind of meh, but it is their lip exfoliator. I don't want to open it and show you what it looks like because I've used it so much, but the problem with this is it is so harsh on your lips but doesn't really do anything. I've used it to try to smooth my lips out because I do have very dry lips, and I don't really notice any difference. The cherry tart one, which is the scent slash flavor that I have, it smells really good and tastes really good, but it doesn't do much. This is a product that I really just disliked, and it's this blush, and it's in the color Blushing, which I thought was beautiful when I saw it in the stores, and I was just like highly disappointed by it. Like, can you even see where I put it? I put it right there. It like does not show up on my face at all, and it is so chalky. And I don't know, maybe I'm too pale. I'm sure it would look really nice on someone tanner than me, but for me it's just like a blink. Another kind of median product for me is this eyeliner and shadow stick, and on one end it is like an eyeshadow stick and then on the other side it's an eyeliner, which you can't really tell, and they are both in like a pretty purple shade. The big side is just called Purple and the liner side is called Plum, but they're both really pretty colors. It's just like they're not the best eyeliners I've ever used, and neither of them really want to stay that well. They kind of smudge. Lastly, it's kind of a twofer, but I want to love these so much. These matte liquid lipsticks that e.l.f. has, and like they're not bad, honestly. I've tried much worse liquid lipsticks. I have the shades Praline and Tea Rose, which, funny story, I always end up with lipsticks that are called Rose for some reason. I wonder why. But they're a bit too drying and a bit too flaky, and they settle so horribly bad into the wrinkles in your lips, like just the little natural lines that are in there, and like that's not really necessary. The Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipsticks are amazing. I own like every color, and I've repurchased colors. I'm trying not to buy stuff from companies that test on animals anymore, so I haven't repurchased any in a while, but they are my favorites at the moment, and I'm trying so hard to find a company that is cruelty free, that makes liquid lipsticks that are affordable for like good quality, you know? And these just ain't it, sis. Not at the moment anyway. Like I hope they improve their formula at some point, because these could be so good. So that's it for my favorites and kind of meh products from e.l.f. If you, like I said, love any of these products, then that's awesome, and I'm glad they worked for you. I wish they worked for me. If you have any recommendations for products based on the ones that I didn't like, maybe from a company with better products, I'm just kidding. I love e.l.f., okay? They're like one of my favorite brands. I am a cheap person, so I love any brand that has cheap, good quality makeup, and most of e.l.f.'s is very cheap and good quality. So let me know what you thought of these products. If you like the ones I liked or don't like the ones I don't like, whatever, let me know. I'm always interested to hear other people's opinions. Yeah, I'm excited to be making videos on this channel again, even though I probably won't be doing much very often because I really don't get video ideas ever. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later.